We're here at the Stuart Heritage Museum, built in 1901. It was originally a general store. Come on in.
Which is here, AIS. Spaniards took them to Cuba for some reason. I don't know why, but they ended up slaves, I think. Then they had the Seminoles. This was a feed store. They'd come up and trade and what have you. But they'd only trade, the men were the only ones that traded, and they'd only trade one thing at a time, but the women were telling them what to do, what to trade for time. It was just a general feed store. When I was a kid, I remember they had little chickens out here, and they'd sell you little tomato plants and cabbages and stuff what people could do. Can of it. You might want two. Okay. You wouldn't think of that heavy, would you?
No, you want me.
All you do is crank the thing.
Wow.
That's a sewing machine.
Well, look at that.
Little electric motor, on-off switch.
Oh my gosh.
Pineapples here and all. And then once they got gone, they grew the flowers. He died. We was at the Jensen Beach, and I was complaining about the mosquitoes because I don't like them. But you used to slap them. You'd think you'd do the mosquitoes like that. No, you did like that to get them off of you. And I was complaining about him, and he set me on my knee and then sneezed. I was 5 years old. I didn't know what he meant, but he said, "Son, don't you ever complain about the mosquitoes," is what he called them. Ever one you killed or anything, Yankee. I had a clue what he meant, but he was right. Cracker Barrel still, but my Florida you can't find it. It's not in print. But it's little excerpts from things that happen locally. They talked about 49 hurricane. It blew down my great-grandfather's shop. He was a rummer. Time is probably biggest for fishing. There was different presidents used to fish here. 3 different presidents. One used to come quite often, Herbert Hoover, I think it was. But they used to, it was shellfish capital of the world.
Yes.
Now they, well, I think that come here.
To fish?
Yep.
Oh.
After all the deputies that was involved in it died, she told the real story, even though as a local we knew it anyway. They chained off this into the Sebastian Bridge, and they knew they was coming through. When they went on the bridge, they chained off the other end. To come off the bridge, they give up, no shot. Handcuffed them, put them on the knees, and went, bip, 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 bip. Shot them in the head. And they covered it up. The sheriff took the glass eye out of John, made a watch fob out of it. The governor, his mother complained so hard to the governor, the sheriff did the eye back to the mother. Stranger than fiction, but it was true.
Wow.
Last year, I don't know what year that was, 62 or 63 was the last year that they had done that. Well, Cracker's always done stuff like that. Totally knows where they are, and he'll be here tomorrow.
The old ice cream parlor.
Yeah, I'll be stopping by them. Yeah, I don't like people digging.
The old style clothes.
I thought there's still one. Putting it to sell, to get people to come down and buy it and all that stuff. Just some people put their stuff in the garbage.
This has been a treasure trove. This is an old refrigerator, one of the earliest.
If you break all that up, they might push some of the silver to break it up in all the little pieces. It leaks. I reckon them cleaning the tanks out there or whatever. Johnson messed it up with me a little bit.
Golf World's a family fun center. It's fun for families, teenagers, adults. They've got a lot to do. Let's see. So what do you think? Was that enough to keep you entertained for a while? Cages, driving ranges, paintball, mini golf, go-karts. The list goes on. Doesn't this look like fun? So can you tell me what this is here?
The jump shot, you have 2 basketball hoops and there's 1 basketball, and there's a trampoline on the bottom, so it's basically just one person versus one person playing basketball on a trampoline. And then to the left of that, it's the Kumba Kamba, which is usually for little kids, and there's like little pop-ups inside they can knock down and run around. And up top is a little tunnel they can crawl up into.
I see it.
And then to the left of that is the obstacle course, but you know, you just race with 2 people on it. And then on the you go up top and there's a slide that slides down to a little cushion on the bottom.
Okay, thank you.
And disinfectant spray.
And disinfectant too.
Usually on Saturdays we have this place open when it's busy. We sell ice cream, drinks, snacks. You can also buy tickets here too.
I think Greg wants to go to the batting cage.
Basically, you sit in the chair and you get strapped down and it spins you around sideways, and then we spin you their way, so you end up going in a figure 8 pattern.
Cool.
The ride usually lasts about 1 minute. Like little 5-year-olds or less. Right here. And then there's the invasion slide, which is basically like a 2-story slide where you climb all the way up to the top and you slide down on the opposite side.
That looks like fun.
And this little spaceship right here. See, there's like 7, maybe 8 levels. Each level has elastic bands. You can use to climb up yourself up to the top. And if you want to get down, you kind of just fall through and let yourself fall, and each layer kind of catches you and cushions your fall until you get to the very bottom.
Oh.
There's actually pretty new netting on there. That's why it's really yellow if you look at it.
These are the batting cages. Well, I see there's one for baseball and one for softball.
Yeah, some cages have both options. Sometimes there'll be you have a couple fast softballs. I believe there's a 50 softball in this cage. And we also have a faster 70 softball. And our last 2 cages are slow pitch softball for anyone who wants to do softball.
I'm making that as a guess. But
You beta CA what's going on basically.
In a party room. Green. Snacks. Hasn't Stuart been a great town? Beaches, rivers, wildlife, shopping, restaurants, museums. There's a lot to see and do here. We've enjoyed our visit, and we hope you have too. So what do you say? Visit Stuart. Experience it yourself. Till next time. So long.